I look at these pictures and I say that Angel Reese does not want to be an athlete. Angel Reese wants to be a model. Angel Reese wants to be somebody's trophy wife.
Everyone is talking about Angel Reese's most recent prank, but not in the way she had hoped Jason Whitlock would call her out for continuously embarrassing herself. But what specifically did Reese do this time?
She has no interest in playing basketball, and that is the primary difference between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
From social media to WNBA All-Star, while Caitlin Clark is busy setting records and winning hearts, Angel Reese's New Year's Eve ensemble choice sent shockwaves through the basketball world, even sending her followers jumping ship. Is this the beginning of Reese's demise? Are you prepared to let go? What is the true tale behind these two stars' divergent paths?
Have you seen the picture of Angel Reese on New Year's Eve? She barely has any clothes on. It's an OnlyFans type picture.
Even if Angel's devoted supporters are reacting negatively this time, she is no stranger to turning heads. The internet is buzzing, and not in a good way. It's like witnessing a car wreck in slow motion, where you want to turn away but can't. This isn't your typical fashion nightmare, I promise. Here's where it gets interesting. Angel Reese is turning the attention meter dial to 11. Words are something Jason Whitlock never wants to mince. When he declares, "She's gone too far, she's gone way too far," he's not pulling any punches. However, Whitlock is only getting started, implying that Angel is more interested in striking a pose than making baskets. Is he right?
Here's Angel Reese with this picture, with her boobs out, with her stomach out, with her presenting herself the way that a lady on OnlyFans would be presenting herself if she were looking for new subscribers. Remember, people got upset when Shaquille O'Neal went on the Unapologetically Angel podcast and basically said, hey, look, you need to put on some booty shorts and go out there and dunk the ball. That'll have everybody watching.
Here's the thing. This isn't the first time that Angel Reese has been involved in controversy. She's previously been in hot water for her provocative posts, but this time it feels different. Even her ride-or-die fans are saying that enough is enough, and Whitlock is questioning her dedication to the game in addition to her fashion choices. This is a question that has basketball fans scratching their heads and reaching for the P.O.orn. So what's the deal? Is Angel Reese trading in her basketball dreams for Instagram fame? It's a difficult decision because, while she has some talent, her social media game is strong enough to make her a full-time influencer, but at what cost?
Shaq said this and people lost their minds. How dare Shaq go on that podcast and talk to this girl this disrespectfully? This is how Angel Reese wants to be discussed. And to some degree, tiny degree, I get it. She plays a sport that is really masculine, really leans into the whole LGBTQ thing, and Angel Reese is trying to lean the other direction. But she's gone too far, clearly. She's gone way too far.
Let's discuss the current situation. Fans of Angel Reese finally had enough. It's like watching your favorite player miss a wide-open layup. You just can't believe what you're seeing. However, on New Year's Eve, everything changed. Angel posts her outfit, and everyone expects the typical barrage of fire emojis and hard eyes. But instead, the comment section turns into a battlefield where fans who used to sing her praises suddenly start singing a completely different song. Why this time, though? What made this the straw that broke the camel's back?
She's not presenting herself in a healthy fashion, and I think at some point, people are going to start asking themselves, does Angel Reese really want to play basketball? It's a different form of the question that Charleston White is talking about. I look at these pictures and I say that Angel Reese does not want to be an athlete.
As it turns out, even the most devoted fans have their limits, and Angel just went over them. Let's take a look at Angel's social media presence. From day one, it was all about team spirit and basketball highlights. Then there were selfies, glamour shots, and sponsored posts, And now it's like watching a reality TV show with basketball as a side plot.
Some sort of supermodel, some sort of trophy wife for a rich basketball player. She's already been on the record that she wants to date an NBA player and they need to be at least 6'7" tall. That's her whole game. That's her whole agenda. She's not a serious basketball player.
Whitlock, Jason, she's not doing herself any favors, to put it plainly, and I don't want to hold back. However, the problem is that other sports commentators are joining the trend and aren't holding back either.
She plays basketball because she's tall and she's somewhat athletic, not because she has a real love for the game. I'm sure at some point she did have a real love for the game.
Recall Angel's complaint that she was sexualized in the media.
But once the game started requiring a level of skill that she does not have, I believe she's falling out of love with the game of basketball. That's what this entire first season of the WNBA was about, was like Angel Reese figured out like, holy cow, I could get away with being tall and athletic in college and I could be a superstar basketball player in college. I got to the WNBA, and in order to be a real superstar, I have to have some level of skill, and I have none.
Fans are baffled as to how she can upload provocative stuff one day and protest the next, as if she's making up for lost opportunities, now that she's being accused of hypocrisy.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. I've been sexualized.
Although one supporter responded to the critics by claiming that Angel re-annoys people because she doesn't fit the stereotype of a tomboy-dressed basketball player, is that sufficient to stop the disappointment? Some fans are still in Angel's corner, arguing that she should be allowed to express herself.
Sure, that sexualizes Angel Reese, who has complained about being sexualized. But once again, she's done it to herself. It's a selfie that she took.
Angel made a statement that spoke volumes as the outcry mounted. She shared a message from a well-known singer that said, "Your life is yours, your life, not anybody else's." It seemed as though she was telling the world, "I hear you, but I'm going to do me brave. Yes, clever. That's up for dispute." And then the ultimate salutations Mary passed away. Angel abruptly deleted her Instagram account, and now everyone is talking about it. Does this indicate that the pressure is finally getting to her, or is it a moment to regroup and concentrate on her game?
Listen, I have defended Angel Reese for bringing a femininity to women's basketball. People were tired of women's basketball players being very, very manly, presenting themselves as tatted up men rather than as women. But Angel Reese has clearly gone too far.
Angel was the social media queen once, but it appears that she may be ending her reign in a move that has admirers baffled. The big question is if this is a marketing hoax or if Angel is finally taking a break from social media. Angel has disappeared on Instagram, leaving millions of followers looking at a blank area where her account used to be.
Angel Reese knows ain't no fixing that jump shot. That heave from her hip is not going to be fixed. I don't care how many videos she puts out. Here I am working on my three-point shot, and they'll tie together her making 2, 3, 4 three-point shots in a row. But Angel Reese is not a skilled basketball player. She's never going to be a skilled basketball player. She's going to be a rebounder, and she'll continue to get exposed as a bad offensive player, and that drives her crazy.
Obsession. Let's take a step back before drawing any conclusions. Since Angel hasn't quite abandoned us and is still active on Twitter and TikTok, what's going on? Is this some sort of digital juggling act, or is there more to the story?
She can't compete with Caitlin Clark on the basketball court, and so she's going to destroy Caitlin Clark in the looks department, in the, hey guys, look at me, I'm super feminine. And that's the lesson Caitlin Clark needs to learn from all of this. Don't even play the game.
This is when things start to get interesting. Angel is not the first athlete to ignore social media, Some athletes have taken a break from it, and guess what? It has actually helped them improve their game. Imagine less scrolling and more scoring. These athletes say they can concentrate better on their sport without the constant barrage of notifications. But let's face it for a moment. In today's world, an athlete's online presence is like a virtual jersey. It's where fans connect, where brands scout for their next big endorsement, and where players build their personal empires. Experts claim that having a strong social media presence can lead to significant financial and professional opportunities.
What I do know is someone in her inner circle needs to tell her no. It's one thing to pose for the swimsuit edition. It's one thing to model bikinis for whatever designer brand is popular right now. But it is completely different when you're exploiting yourself on social media for attention.
Whitlock, Jason Never Wanna Hold Back, has his own interpretation of Angel's disappearance act, claiming that she'll return because she is too anxious for attention to be gone for very long. However, what if Whitlock's was mistaken? Let's put on our optimistic hats for a while. What if Angel needs this digital detox? As Angel Reese has been occupied playing hide-and-seek with her Instagram followers, Caitlin Clark, 22, has been quietly dominating on the court. There has been no drama, no vanishing acts, just pure, unadulterated basketball. Perhaps she has finally realized that her highlight reel should focus more on successful layups than thirst traps. Could this be the moment when Angel Reese turns from social media guru to basketball machine? Brilliance is like to seeing two distinct films. One is a sports documentary, and the other is a soap opera.
Caitlin Clark wants to be a great basketball player. I believe that's her number one priority in life, unfortunately. Angel Reese wants to be some woman that men desire, and that she's using basketball just to draw attention to herself, to build herself up.
These two 22-year-old basketball superstars have completely different approaches to dealing with fame. Caitlin Clark's approach, although Jason Whitlock is extolling her virtues, there is more to this tale than first glances, and what's truly driving Caitlin's ascent to prominence.
I mean, it's not even something you're really ever aware of, breaking records or, it's just something that comes with playing the game the right way. I feel like I just come out here and try to, play basketball in a way that people love watching, in a way that is going to make my team successful, and the records and whatever, or the stats, that's just what comes with it.
Let's take a moment to discuss Caitlin Clark's Instagram as opposed to Angel's, which was a contentious roller coaster. You watch Caitlin sinking threes, running drills, and celebrating with her teammates all the time. It's like entering a well-maintained basketball hall of fame. Just basketball, no party pics or glam pictures. Brilliance, she seems to be wearing blinders and concentrating on only one thing, dominating the court.
I think I'm very real with myself too. Like, I know when I maybe haven't done my best in something, and I'm going to be the first person to look in the mirror and know what I need to get better at. And so I think those two things, that's what, helps me be the best is, I can be very honest and real with myself. And I think at times that's what, definitely the younger generation struggles with, is they always want to point fingers, but, you always got to look at yourself first and see how you can improve. So, I think it's that. I just want to be better than everybody else.
However, this is where things start to become interesting. Some people may find Caitlin's feed dull. Where are the dramatic moments and attention-grabbing stunts? But guess what? Her fans.
That's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people, and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be, and get to talk about those moments too.
They seem to be starved for honesty in a world of social media smoke and mirrors. And it's not only the fans who are consuming every post, highlight, and sneak peek into her training regimen. Never one to hold back when criticizing athletes, Jason Whitlock is nearly swooning over Caitlin. He claims that she is regarded like a professional basketball player because that is how she presents herself, and there's the secret sauce right there.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Caitlin is completely focused on becoming the greatest basketball player she can be, and it shows that she isn't attempting to be a star or influencer. However, don't assume for a moment that Caitlin is all work and no play. She has managed to strike a balance between her fierce devotion to basketball and serving as an inspiration for upcoming female athletes. Her posts aren't just about her personal accomplishments. You'll see her engaging with young fans and advocating for women's sports. She seems to be creating a community rather than merely a following. Let's now discuss what's going on the court, as Caitlin excels there while other players may be sidetracked by turmoil on social media or otherwise unfocused. Courtly Antics Caitlin is breaking records one after another and posting numbers that will make your head spin. Her consistency is nearly frightening. She appears to be playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, but the real question is, how does she manage to accomplish it? Caitlin Clark manages to strike a balance between the demands of fame and the rigorous attention required to dominate women's basketball. Folks, it takes hard effort and laser-like focus on what matters most. Caitlin has determined that letting her game speak for itself is the greatest strategy for developing her brand. She is after greatness on the court, not likes or following, and everything else will work itself out. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are obviously following rather different paths, but this is where things start to get interesting. Reese isn't giving up just yet. Imagine Angel Reese preparing for the first ever unmatched 3-on-3 league, which begins on January 17th. Could this be her opportunity to silence the critics and return to what really matters? Let's look at the wider picture first. As we look ahead to the 2025 WNBA season, keep your eyes on the action, people. The real drama is happening on the hardwood, not on your timeline. Are you ready for some real basketball? Let us know in the comments, like, and subscribe so you never miss it. What can young ballers learn from this contrast? It's simple. Focus on your game, not your gram. The court is where legends are made. We'll see you in the next one. Click the video on the screen.